Do you know that skipping breakfast could actually make your brain sharper? Stick around to find out how intermittent fasting might be one of the best things you can do for brain health. Hi everyone, welcome to the second video of my Longevity Blueprint series where I share powerful information to help you live a long and healthy life. In last week's video, I discussed 5 daily habits to help you support brain health. And one of them was to practice physical activity, because practicing physical activity stimulates the production of a protein called Brain-Derived Neurotrophic Factor, which is very involved in brain cell growth and function. Today, I'm going to dive deeper into a new way, science-backed information, a new way to stimulate the brain-derived neurotrophic factor in our body using intermittent fasting. So why is this protein so important? This miracle protein is so important because not only is involved in brain cell growth and function, but also it stimulates the growth of this cell in the hippocampus, which is the part of the brain that is in charge of learning and memories. So the hippocampus is in charge of converting the short-term memories into long-term memories. That's why this is so important. In addition to that, low levels of this protein has been linked to depression, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and multiple sclerosis. So how can we naturally stimulate the synthesis of this protein in our bodies? So I already explained it to you last week that you can do physical activity and stimulate the BDNF. But now I'm going to explain why intermittent fasting can be used as well to stimulate the synthesis of it. So when we eat the food like regularly, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, we always have glucose circulating in the body, and the glucose is used as a source of energy. So what happens when you stop eating for 16 hours, for example, which is when the something that is called metabolic switch occurs. So when you start fasting for 16 hours, by the time you reach the 16 hours, your body doesn't have more glucose or sugar available circulating for the body to take as a source of energy. And this is why the body taps into the fat sources to look for fat as a source of energy. And this is also good for weight loss. But in this case, we are discussing how we can use the intermittent fasting for the BDNF, right? For the brain. So what happens is when you are fasting, the body falls into a state of maintenance and is renewing cells. And this is when the BDNF is stimulated and is synthesized. So around the 16-hour mark, this is when there is a better brain function because there is a lot of BDNF being synthesized, right? So you don't have to do 20 hours fasting. Just by doing like 16 and 8 is okay, like 16 hours fasting, and in the eating window you have 8 hours as an eating window. So let's say you can have the lunch and dinner, or you can still have the breakfast and a big meal, right? So you reduce your eating time to 8 hours. So you have 2 ways. And if in this area here, in the 16-hour mark, if you can squeeze light workout or a brisk walk, will be wonderful. So this is it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Please share with any family member or friend who might need to hear this information. And I will see you next week with more science-backed information. Stay blessed, and I will see you in the next one.